Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial for the makeup look that I'm currently wearing, and I wore this out the other night to a masquerade ball that my friend organised and held for the Northern Ireland Children's Cancer Fund, and it was such a good night and I just loved getting dressed up. So this is the makeup that I wore, so I recreated it for you guys, and if you would like to see how I did it, then keep watching. So first I am going to start off by moisturising my face, and I just think this is something everyone should do before they put on their makeup. It just kind of, it's a good base. It makes your skin moisturised and your makeup goes on just so much easier. I would never put my makeup on without moisturising, so I do that. And then I just let that dry. So as I was going to an event where I wanted my makeup to last all night and not move, I am going to prime my skin with the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Lightweight Primer, and I love this primer. It's kind of similar to the Porefessional in that it will sort of erase pores, and I really like it. I think it keeps my makeup on really well, so I'm just kind of focusing this on like around my nose and my forehead, kind of where my pores are, so basically like the center of my face, and just rubbing that in. So as I was going to be getting photos taken that night, I went out and got a foundation that had no SPF in it so that I didn't get any flashback from the flash of cameras and I didn't look super pale in the face and then my whole body was tanned. So I got the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation, and I got this a couple shades darker than what I would usually wear, as I was going to be tanning my body, so I wanted my face to blend in with my face and not look paler or anything. So I got the shade 200 Soft Beige, and I'm just going to put a pump and a half of that on the back of my hand, and I am going to use my well-loved beauty blender which I did clean it before this, it's just stained, so I am going to use that just to apply my foundation. And I'm going to just kind of start at the center of my face and work outwards. I think I need more coverage sort of around the center, so I'm just starting there and working outwards. So of course we don't want any dark circles or blemishes to show, so I'm going to be using my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and I'm using this in the shade number 2, Cool Medium, and this again is slightly darker than I would usually use as I'm using a darker foundation. And I am just going to use my finger to pat this into my skin. So next I'm just going to set everything with a powder, and I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and this is in the shade 120, which is pretty pale, but it doesn't really give any coverage. It's just kind of setting powder, so it is fine even though my foundation is slightly darker. So I'm just going to pat that all over my skin. I'm not going to brush it on as that will it'll kind of disturb the foundation and concealer application that we've just done. So I'm just going to pat that on, and that should set everything nicely. And apologies that I'm looking in the viewfinder, I'm using it as my mirror. So next I'm going to fill in my brows, and as with every tutorial I am using my HD brow kit in the shade Foxy, and I'm going to be using the bottom two colours mixed together.
Forget every single care. Breathe in and let down your hair. Live and play like every day. We got what we need right here. We're tight and that's crystal clear. We get it right every year.
So now that my brows are done, I'm going to move on to bronzer, and I'm using the Urban Decay Baked Bronzer in the shade toasted. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used to apply my powder. It's just a big fluffy one, and I'm just going to apply this sort of to the outside of my face just to give it more colour. It just gives it sort of like a sun-kissed look, so yeah. And as we're working with the face, I'm going to apply a blush. I usually wait till the end to do my blush, but I figure I'll just do it now as I'm doing everything else on my face. So I am using the Nars Blush in the shade Orgasm, which I'm sure everybody has heard of, and it is just a shimmery sort of rose gold pinky colour, and I really like this, and I'm just going to apply it lightly to my cheeks. I don't want to go for anything too dramatic with the cheeks, as my eyes and my lips are both going to be fairly dramatic. So moving on to the eyes, I will just zoom you in and be right back. So I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And on the night I actually used an Urban Decay primer potion. It was one that came with the Naked 3 palette, but it was only a little tester, so I kind of used all of it. So I'm just going to use my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I'm just going to apply this right up to my brow bone and then also underneath my eye. So the first eyeshadow I'm going to use is from my MAC palette, and it is the shade Nylon, which is a really gorgeous sort of creamy shimmery colour, and I am just going to use my MAC 239 brush to apply this all over the lid. I'm also bringing it sort of down to the inner corner, as well as it is a pretty light shade, so it's good to highlight. Next I'm moving on to my Naked palette, and first off I'm going to be using the colour Smog, which is a sort of dark bronzy colour, I guess. And I'm going to be applying this to the outer sort of third of my eye, kind of working up towards the edge of my eyebrow. It looks kind of like a mess now, but don't worry, we will blend this all out. And then I'm just going to sort of work that into the crease, so it's sort of forming like a V sort of shape. And if you want to know the shape to use, you can put a brush at the edge of your nose and your eye, and it sort of follow that shape. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to blend that out, just to kind of soften it a bit and make it less harsh. So next I'm going to go in with Dark Horse, also from the Naked palette, and this is a darker sort of shimmery brown, and this is just going to kind of deepen the colour and make it more smoky. So I'm just going to apply this sort of to the outer third of my eye. I'm not going to work this into the crease, it's just going to sort of deepen the colour right at the edge there. And then again I'm going to go in with my blending brush and just kind of blend that all together so that there are no harsh lines. So again, I'm going to go in with the colour Nylon, which I used all over my lid from my MAC palette, and I am just going to highlight my brow bone. And this is a super nice highlight colour, I really like it. It's just like super bright and it really makes your brows kind of pop, I guess. So that is it for the eyeshadow. We're going to move on to eyeliner now, and I am going to just line my upper waterline with my Rimmel Scandaleyes Kohl eyeliner in black. So next I am going to apply a thin line of liquid eyeliner, felt tip eyeliner, which I'm using just to my upper lash line, as we are going to be applying false lashes, so I just want to, it'll sort of like hide them. And by the way, I'm using the Rimmel Scandaleyes Thick and Thin felt tip eyeliner.
Like every night.
And it doesn't matter if the eyeliner isn't perfect, as we are going to be applying falsies, so it'll kind of be hidden anyway. So the false lashes I'm using are by Eyeliner, however you pronounce it, and they are the Cheryl Cole eyelashes, and I really like these. They're not too dramatic, but they do give some length, and I just think they're really pretty. So I'm going to actually apply them off camera because I'm terrible at applying false eyelashes, so I don't want to embarrass myself. So I will be right back. So I have now applied my false eyelashes, albeit not that great, and I actually applied some eyeliner just to kind of cover them and kind of blend them in a little bit more. So now it is time for mascara, and I am going to be using my all-time favourite mascara, which is the L'Oreal False Lash Architect 4D, and I'm just going to sort of apply that to kind of blend in the falsies with my regular lashes. So that is the eyes complete, and now I'm going to move on to my lips. And I wore a red lip to the event. As I was going to be wearing a mask, it kind of covered my eyes, so I wanted to do a statement lip, and I decided to go for a red lip. So I picked up a new lipstick and lip liner, and the lip liner, which I'm going to apply first, is this one by Maybelline, and it is the Colour Sensational lip liner in the colour 547 Pleasure Me Red. And the lipstick I picked up is from Rimmel, and I'm not sure what what Rimmel one it is, but or like what line of lipsticks, but it is in the shade 164 Tantrum, and it just looks like that. And I went for a blue toned red as I wanted it to make my teeth look whiter. So yeah. So I am going to start by applying the lip liner. I'm going to line my lips and then I'm going to fill them in, just because it'll help the red lipstick stay on, and red can get a bit messy, so anything that will help it stay on all night works for me, although I was touching it up like throughout the night, so. So that is the lip liner applied, and now I am going to apply the red lipstick.
Hit snooze, just 5 more minutes please. You're such a sleepyhead.
And don't worry if you make any mistakes, because you can always kind of go over it with concealer just to make the lines more defined. So this is the finished look, and I brought my mask to show you it. I got it from justposhmasks.com or .co.uk, I think, and I have it tied just from the other night, so I will pop that on. And I really like it. It's one of the filigree metal ones, and it was around about 30 quid, and I just thought it was really kind of elegant and nice looking. So this is my finished look. Obviously I didn't wear my hair like this. I had my hair kind of coiffed and then to the side and curled, and I put extensions in. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more from me. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
waves, calling to work and say, you won't go today, ain't no way. Download our favorite TV shows, rubbing nose and nose, till the sun goes down again. Under the covers, wait for me. Wait